G'day guys, it's Bansor the Hedgehog here. His Royal Highness the Princess Nipple, Sniping Raccoon, whatever you know him by, has reached out to his friends on Twitter and YouTube and asked if they would like to put up a video on his channel while he's away, and I'd like to thank him for letting me have that opportunity to get some exposure for my channel and to talk to all his wonderful subscribers in the hopes of gaining some more subscribers myself. So a bit about myself before I get into the commentary. My name's Bansor the Hedgehog, or Ben. I'm 32 and I'm obviously from Australia. You can obviously tell that from my accent. Now I'm pretty new to the YouTube game. I'll get it out in a minute. I've only been at it a couple of months and I mainly do commentaries, but I'm looking into trying new things on my channel. Some Let's Plays, I'm still trying to find my niche in YouTube, what works for me, what doesn't, blah blah blah. Right, so on to the commentary. What I wanted to talk to you today about is games being banned or taken off the shelves here in Australia. Now some of you may not know, but it's been all over the news that Grand Theft Auto 5 on the next gen consoles was taken off shelves in 2 stores here in Australia, in Kmart and Target, all because of some petition that was organised and signed by a whole group of ex-prostitutes because of the violence towards women that was portrayed in the game. But I'm not going to go into that. I've actually done a video about that on my channel, so if you want to know about that, you can go and check it out on there. Now here in Australia, for a long time, games were being banned or even censored because the highest rating for our games was, I think, M15 or MA15 plus. We never had an R rating or anything higher, so the censorship board for whatever reason would decide to ban or censor a game, obviously. Now one of the games that I do remember being banned on the PlayStation 2 was, I think it was Leisure Suit Larry Magna Cum Lord. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I managed to get myself a copy of the game, get my hands on it, and I tell you what, it's an awesome game, and there was no reason whatsoever for it to be banned. But after months and months and months and months and months of lobbying, signing petitions, getting petitions out there and everything like that, sending it off to Parliament and the Australian Censorship Board and all those sort of people that were in charge of doing all that sort of stuff, they finally relented and said, alright, we're going to make the classification, we're going to give you that R18 plus rating. And I thought, beauty, great, we're finally going to have games, we're not going to get games banned, they're not going to be censored, anything like that. I mean, I was waiting to turn 18 so I can play games like that, so I wouldn't have to worry about, it's one of the perks of turning 18, of becoming an adult in the eyes of the law. But even now that we've got that rating, games are still being banned, or in the very least, censored. And some examples of games that got censored here in Australia was, there was South Park. The Stick of Truth, that got censored. I mean, the South Park guys that made them, Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they put in a little scene, it was a placeholder image with a koala on there explaining what was going on, and I know they did that in Europe as well. I don't know what the image was, but that's besides the point. I mean, they poked fun at the fact that we had to have it, that they had to censor it because of whatever our government or the censorship board said. But there was other games as well. Saints Row got censored. Why? I mean, I don't know. But, the games are rated R for a reason. You're not supposed to, if you're under the age of 18, you're not supposed to be exposed to that sort of content. You're not supposed to be playing that sort of game. Now, it may sound like I'm having a go at kids for playing these games. I'm not. I'm not having a go at the kids at all. I'm actually having a go at the parents. And why am I having a go at the parents? I'm having a go at the parents for buying them the game. And why did they buy them the game? Because the parents want to shut the kids up. It's like the kids whinge. Oh, Mum, Dad, little Billy down the road, he's got this game, I want to play it. That we can play it together, we can play it online, blah, 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 da, 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 da. And do the parents check to see firstly, what the game is rated? Is it R rated? Is it M15? Is it PG? I mean, even Plants vs. Zombies, that's an M. I think that game's rated M. But I think that's only for something to do with online. But anyway, I digress. They whinge and moan to their parents, saying, I want this game, can you buy me this game? Little Billy down the road, like, my best mate Billy, he's got the game, we can play together, blah, blah, blah. And then they buy him the game so they can shut him up so they don't have to deal with their bullshit. All that whinging and everything in the shop. And then what'll happen? They'll get home, the kid will be playing it, and they'll be yelling out and screaming, all that sort of stuff. And they'll go in to see what's going on, and they'll see their kid doing whatever in the game, like whether it be Grand Theft Auto, shooting people, Call of Duty, shooting people, like, doing something that I obviously do not approve of. And then who do they blame? They don't blame the kid. They blame the store. They blame the developers. They blame the publishers. They blame everyone except who is responsible. And who is ultimately responsible? They are. And why are they responsible? Because they bought them the game. They didn't check the game was rated properly. They didn't check to see what the game was about, what was in the game. I mean, there's a list on the front of what is contained in the game, what sort of content is contained in the game. High level violence, nudity, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. It's on movies as well. But they didn't check. So whose fault is it? Parents. I mean, if you have your child with you and you're out to the shops and you think, I might duck to the bottle shop, or as you in England might know it, the off license. You don't duck in there with your kid and say, I'm going to grab a 6-pack of beer, or I'm going to grab a bottle of wine for myself for tea. And the kid looks around and eyes a bottle of scotch and says, Mum, can I have this? Mum, can I have this? You don't turn around and say, oh yeah, fair enough. No, because, well, at least here in Australia, the legal drinking age is 18. If you're under the age of 18, you are not supposed to be buying alcohol. You're not supposed to buy alcohol for people under the age of 18. And it's the same with these games. You're not supposed to buy games for these people, like for people under 18. And if you're under 18, you're not supposed to buy the game yourself. So bottom line, the responsibility falls to the parents. If you don't let your kids watch MA R-rated movies, obviously not R-rated, why are you letting them play the games of the same rating? MA, R. So that brings me to the end of the commentary. If you like what I had to say, leave a like rating, leave a comment down below, and also pop by my channel. The link should be in the description. Hit me up with a sub, leave me some likes, leave me some feedback as well. I've been Bandsaw the Hedgehog, and as always, stay awesome.